How's it going, everyone? Kay Lumity here, and I just got back from Disney World yesterday, and I got some footage of it, and I decided I'm just going to talk over the footage a little bit. This isn't going to be a super exciting video, but if you're just kind of interested in my thoughts on Disney World and just the experience I had, then this video is for you, and maybe you want to see some of the footage I got. I didn't take like any footage on the super exciting rides because I'm not that confident in my ability to hold my phone. So I didn't want to like go on Splash Mountain and hold my phone and then it fly out of my hand and go into the water or something like that. That was something I did not want to risk. So all the footage is going to be mainly of like slow rides or the ferry ride over to Disney Springs and stuff like that. You're not going to see any fast-paced rides in this footage because that wasn't happening. I don't trust myself enough to hold my phone steady and to hold my phone, tightly enough on those rides. So let's talk about Disney though. This was my first time ever going to Disney World. I really didn't have any idea of what to expect. But I did have quite a fun time. It was nice to go with my brother and his wife. We went there and we had a lot of fun just going around. First day we did Disney Springs and we just did some shopping. And, obviously we did the thing where we eat the food and all that stuff. And that was one of my favorite things about Disney actually was the food. And I'm not going to lie, I mainly ate pizza the entire time. but I liked eating all the different pizza, It was fun to try all the different pizza and everything like that. I enjoyed it, Yeah, I'm a redneck, and I go somewhere and I enjoy junk food, okay? I enjoy burgers, hot dogs, and pizza, and that's what I ate at Disney. But that was fun. I enjoyed it. I was glad that they had food that wasn't super fancy constantly, because I don't need super fancy food. Like I said, you give me Taco Bell, I'm happy. They didn't have tacos there, unfortunately. I didn't see any taco stalls, but at least they still had some sort of junk food for me, right? Anywho, so on to the actual next day. That was when we went to Magic Kingdom, and we got to do some of the rides there. I did Small World, which was actually pretty fun. Small World by itself, it probably isn't, the most exciting to a lot of people. It's probably pretty silly. But for me, it was kind of cool because I had played Mickey's Ink World or so whatever it's called. It's the game where you're like Mickey Mouse and you're going around like this destroyed version of Disney World and you're like have this ink gun and you're restoring things. And I thought it was cool because in part of that game you're like restoring Small World and you're like hopping around on the broken rides and stuff and the broken boats in Small World and I recognized Small World from the game. So that was kind of neat. I was able to put pieces together and be like, oh, this is part of this map from that game. So I kind of did enjoy that. And when it came to Magic Kingdom, my favorite thing was definitely Splash Mountain. Unfortunately, that's going to be redesigned. I think it's going to be closed for like 2 years, which is unfortunate. But that was definitely my favorite ride there. It was super fun. Definitely enjoyed it. There were a lot of other fun rides there. I'm a coaster guy. I enjoy coasters the most. So when I'm getting to do coasters, that's when I'm most happy. So that was fun. I did the teacups things and I spun my brother and his wife around like crazy and made them super dizzy. That was fun. Trying to walk to the exit was a little bit difficult after that, but hey, you know what? It was fun. We also went during the Halloween event that was going on. So there was actually they were doing Space Mountain, and if you got on Space Mountain during the Halloween event, then they actually let you go through the entire ride with all the lights off, which was pretty awesome, I gotta say. That was pretty cool to go through Space Mountain with all the lights turned off, not knowing like where you're going and just feeling the speed of the coaster going crazy, jerking you around. And you're like, I have no idea where I am. I have no idea how close my head is to the ceiling, but this is going fast. That was fun. And I will say, one of the things that worried me about some of the coasters is, like, they have these crazy sets on all of the coasters and everything. And some of them felt like they had really low, like, hanging ceilings. And, I'm not super tall, I'm 6 foot, but I was still worried that, like, I was going to hit my head on some of them. I was just like, I'm scared I'm going to get decapitated. but luckily, obviously, that didn't happen. I'm still alive and well, and I'm making this video, so obviously I'm fine. but my OCD and my fear did kick in a little bit with that. The hotel was pretty awesome that we stayed at. We stayed at Port Orleans, and it had this huge arcade that me and my brother went and played up with. We played Donkey Kong. I played some Miss Pac-Man. We played pinball. We played air hockey, some basketball. We did a bunch of different games at the arcade. It was just kind of neat to see an arcade because I haven't played at an arcade since Mr. Gaddy's was a thing. And man, I miss that. So being able to play arcade games with my brother again was pretty freaking sweet, and that was a lot of fun. That was one of the highlights of the trip for me, just being able to play some arcade games again. Just because, I mean, there's really nothing like that around me anymore. And also, I gotta talk about the Avatar ride. The Avatar ride was my favorite ride of all of Disney. This was in Animal Kingdom, I believe, and the Avatar ride was really cool because they like pick you up and put you close to the screen, and you're wearing like these 3D glasses. It's almost like you're in VR without actually being in VR, and you get to ride on the backs of one of the like animals from Avatar, and it's crazy. You're like flying everywhere. It literally feels like you're flying on the back of it. Even the seat is made to feel like you're flying on the back of one of those like creatures from Avatar. It's really cool. And like you go by the water and the ocean, and when you're flying on it, you see the water and ocean on the screen, and you're flying under waves and stuff, and it actually is like spritzing water on your face. It was so cool. And the actual set they had for Avatar was insane. And I just loved, that was my favorite part. I loved the whole experience of that. Another thing I want to talk about is Epcot. Epcot was really cool because it had all the different countries and everything. It had all the food and everything. And of course, I'm a big fan of food. So that was neat. Seeing all the different countries was neat. I did get some souvenirs from all these places, by the way, and that will be a different video. But Epcot was really neat. I had a lot of fun going and just walking around. It was really hot that day, but still, getting to see all the different countries and everything, and seeing all the different, like, pins for the different countries in Epcot was really neat. So I enjoyed that as well. And yeah, we did watch the fireworks. We actually, the first Magic Kingdom fireworks, just the normal ones, I didn't really think was that interesting, but they did a special one for Halloween, and that one was really good. They did a huge Halloween themed one, and the fireworks were way better than the normal Magic Kingdom ones. And they had the villains popping up on the castle and everything. That was really cool. Obviously, I like the villains more because why wouldn't I? But the villains are super cool. Seeing the villains pop up in the castle and the storyline that goes along with it. And like Zero the dog is helping Mickey escape the haunted castle or whatever. It was really neat. I liked it a lot. Also, the Haunted Mansion ride. I gotta mention that. That was fun too. I know I'm kind of jumping everywhere, but I'm just, things are popping in my head as I'm talking, and I'm just like, oh, I gotta mention that, and mention this, and mention that. So yeah, a Haunted Mansion ride was fun as well, and I did get a souvenir from that as well, a little diorama. But yeah, it was a ton of fun. I think, like I said, my favorite ride was definitely the Avatar ride. The safari was pretty cool. There's this little safari ride where you get to see a bunch of animals and everything. And that was cool because I've never even been to a zoo before. So seeing that was just like, look at all these animals I've never seen before. So that was kind of cool. Seeing a rhino in person, seeing some elephants and stuff like that, and giraffes in person. I know that's probably not a big deal to some people, but to me it kind of was because I had never seen it before. But yeah, overall, you know what? It was a fun trip. I had fun. I'm glad I did it. And I'm glad that my brother and his wife invited me along. It was a lot of fun, and I hope that they had as much fun as I did. So thank you guys for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this footage. It was fun, and I'm glad I did it. So I will talk to you in the next video. Y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.